All right, CNT120, Chapter 1 Lab. Here's what we want to do to get started. On our content page, open up your Chapter 1. Scroll down through here. We're looking for the Do area, and we're looking for the on-campus lab. We'll open that up. In here is the actual lab direction page. So open that for yourself, and you might want to download this so you have it handy to look through before you even get to the lab room. So, do the whole file, download as maybe PDF, something like that. I did that previously. That's already in my downloads folder. When you get to the lab room, you might want to do that as well. Get to the lab room, download a copy onto your PC so you have it for reference. Here's mine, and I've already opened that up here so I have it ready to go. Some of us that like just digital, you can just download this when you get to the lab room and you'll have it ready to go. Right below that, or right after this file, will be the podcasts of me doing the lab. These podcasts right here that you're looking at. Feel free to use those before you get to the lab room. Again, that way you know what you're doing before you even show up to the lab room. All right, so let's dig in. We're going to look at Part 1 or Layer 1. Chapter 1 Lab, we're going to try to work with each layer of the OSI model so we can make some kind of sense, some semblance of order of what this OSI model thing is. So for the first part of the lab, Layer 1, we are going to focus on our Layer 1 connection for our lab machine. So what we're going to do, we're going to look at our network patch cable and literally look at where it's going. So on the back of your PC, back of your CPU, back of the CPU, we're going to find the network patch cable for your PC, find it, and we're going to carefully trace that over through the equipment rack and I should say behind the table and up to the equipment rack. Find your cable and trace it through. They might be tangled and might be wrapped around, so you might want to untangle. Follow it over to the equipment rack, and it should be plugged into the box that actually is labeled Hack or Internet. That is the box that you use to literally get an internet connection. You connect to the college and get a connection out to the internet. This is the actual physical link for your system. That is your Layer 1 link. That is Layer 1 in your lab scenario. So looking at this now, looking at this question, looking at the physical link into the network, does there appear to be a working Layer 1 link for this PC? Is there an actual patch cable there, and does it seem to be functioning? Now, this is actually a rhetorical question. I'm not going to ask you to answer this and turn it in with the lab. This is just simply, hey, do I see a working Layer 1 link here? All right? That's Layer 1 of our lab. Next podcast, I'm going to come back and do Layer 2.